Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about why I was single for 5 years, which is fun. This isn't the reason, by the way, this is a naked face, but I have to go out in like an hour and I want to film multiple videos before then, so this one's going to be done while I do my makeup. And this is going to be a very chatty video because like 5 years is a long ass time. I thought we could just chat about why that was and the experiences I had and the ups and downs and all that sort of jazz. I've only had 2 proper relationships before. One was the one that I'm in now, and one is the one I'm in now. One was back in 2011. It was great, like not shit talking that relationship, but yeah, we broke up and I was like hella heartbroken. There's my concealer. That was the first time I'd ever been in love, and like I was so hardcore, like I thought it was gonna last forever. I thought it was straight at the time, so like I clearly knew nothing, but I thought it was like for real, legit, 100%. So getting over that wasn't easy. I think the first 4 months after our breakup, like anything would fuck me up. Like if a friend held my hand, I would think about my ex holding a girl's hand and what that could mean to him and all that sort of stuff, and I'd just start crying. Like it was bad. Then I started to get over that and I started having things with people. I guess it all boils down to like the reason I was single for 5 years, and that's that I'm very picky. Oh, that looks so dodgy in the camera. Essentially I have like a massive checklist, if you will, of things that someone has to do if I'm going to date them. Like they have to be able to travel the world because I move around a lot. They need to be ambitious because I just couldn't date someone without a career. Like if you're just, you know, plodding by on your job, more power to you, do you, but for me to date someone, there's gotta be more than that. Even though I would have things with people, it would never amount to anything more because I was like, I personally don't see the point in putting time and effort into a relationship if it is just a time bomb, which is what those relationships are. For example, if you're someone who really wants kids and you're dating someone who doesn't want children, and you're just gonna keep on dating and you're gonna fall more and more in love and you're gonna put more time and effort into this relationship, and then you're just gonna break up. So I just didn't see the point in me going through that if like I knew it was going to end. But the first year after my breakup, that was like weirdly tough because part of me was still holding on to like thinking that we'd get back together. He knows this, so he can just deal with that. Partially my fault for like not letting go. Now that I'm older, I would get over something more quickly. Hopefully I won't ever have to get over something quickly again because I've got Riley and that's great. I was holding out hope, which is partially my fault for not getting over it and partially someone else's fault for leading me on continuously. It's fine. So that was the first year. But then I was also like, I was holding around a little bit. This is the part of singledom that people don't talk about a lot, is the hoeing, if you so choose to hoe. I found being single fantastic for like figuring out what I like and don't like. Helped me figure out that I'm bi, so like that's helpful. But it helped me to just figure out a lot of things that I don't think I would have found within my first relationship, because before that I hadn't really had many sexual relationships. It was kind of just like the dude I lost my virginity to and then my boyfriend. Is this too much information to share? I don't know. Then I had a year where I was probably just peak person in the early 20s single. Essentially, I built a base of getting everything I could possibly need from a relationship from my friends. A lot of my friends and I were very affectionate, physically affectionate with each other, so we would hold hands, we would cuddle. I was very comfortable, and I guess I still would be if I was single, making out with my friends, young and wild and free. And there was no part of me then that wanted a sort of relationship. The year after 2013, I love how I can track this in years, it's fantastic. 2014, if you've been here a while, was my entire life. Went through a lot, a series of very unfortunate events, and I was in therapy and having breakdowns and a lot of medication, all this sort of stuff. I think that year it was important to just work on myself, and same with 2015 to a lesser extent, where I wanted things with certain people. I know that I wanted things, but I knew, like deep down, that I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared to be in a relationship. I don't prescribe to the whole, you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself sort of thing. But I think that you should be a whole person. I want to be able to bring everything I've got to a relationship. And 2015 and 2014 Fiona especially, there's nothing that she could have brought to that relationship. People often downplay how much fun being single is. I love the relationship I'm in, obviously, but it's really enjoyable. I liked it a lot. While I was single, especially in 2015, because that's when I started to just have my mental health back and I knew that I could approach a relationship if I so had to be in one. Cringe Tinder dudes would be like, what are you looking for on Tinder? And I would just kind of answer like nothing and everything, because I can't tell from someone's bloody profile and even a text conversation if I'm gonna have chemistry with them IRL. I'm kind of just waiting until I meet up with the person and see where they fit into my life. I could meet up with someone and it could be like a hookup situation. I could meet up with someone and it could be, wow, we're actually really good friends, which maybe in Melbourne I could have wanted friends. Not here. I've got enough friends. Or I could meet someone and they'd be like the love of my gosh darn life. If you're looking for a relationship and you go on a first date and in your mind you're like, is this the gosh darn one? It's pressure and it doesn't let you get to know the person before maybe figuring that out. I'm not saying give dickheads a chance, because screw that, but maybe the second you meet someone you won't know that they're like the one, and it might take time to build, because love is a thing that like builds over time. Like I am so much more in love right now than I was a year ago. Ugh. Than I was a year ago when Riley and I started dating. Sometimes people who are looking directly for relationships put a lot of pressure on meeting up and feeling that connection and having everything just like, you know, sweep off your feet type situation. And that's not really how solid relationships grow. Also, if you go on a date and you're looking for sex, one thing I just found so insane with dudes on Tinder, they'd straight up just be like, yeah, I want to bone you. I'm like, you haven't met me. Even if I wasn't looking for a relationship, I would still want to have some sort of a connection with someone before putting them inside of my body. Like, what? I don't have the right foundation. But yeah, when I was single, I wasn't looking for anything and therefore I was open to everything. An important thing when you are seeing people casually, make it clear, make it so clear. I was always genuinely very good at that, so I don't really have any horror stories. It was just people misinterpreting it. They were like, oh, no, I just thought like we'd hang out more and then you'd naturally fall in love with me because I wanted a relationship all along. And I'm like, nope. That was the gosh darn worst. Because I was doing the right thing and telling them how I felt, but they just weren't listening. A relationship should just be like a awesome bonus to your life. It shouldn't be your whole life. And I've had friends who have gone from being single and pining after a relationship, and then they get in one and then they dump their friends. And then that relationship ends and oh, like they want to talk to you again. I can like honestly say that all my friends who I had pre-Riley are still around. My camera died because of course it did. But we're into lipstick, which I hardly ever bother to do, so that's how you know that we're pretty much done. I hope you enjoyed this little chat. If you like this, let me know. Alright, I will talk to you soon. Bye! Mwah! Also leave a comment down below about your life and if you're single and all that sort of stuff. I like to hear your thoughts. Thank you, bye!